Hey YouTube, it's Sean, Griffin RC Planes. Just going to give you guys an update on the extra 300 wing that was damaged in the E-Flite extra 300 3D plane I bought. That was new in the box, but it was box damaged. And it clearly had a fork of a forklift or a 2x4 or something was crashed across the box. And two of the wings were damaged. One was way worse than the other. This is the way worse than the other. I still have the back to try to get the decals back on. The decals on this side I got to go back on with the help of an iron. I got a little drywall mud over our three braces that we carved out some slots and installed with some two-part epoxy. And so next, maybe tomorrow, I'll try to get these decals on, and then we'll see it all in action. So I'm just gonna say thanks. It was all your guys' idea. So far so good, and it gives us something to do at least. You know, on rain days, man, you can play around with your planes. So I just want to say thank you and hope everybody's having a good weekend. And hey, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers coming up. And I guess that's all for now. So hey, subscribe if you haven't. And till next time, you'll see me here. Right there. If you want to win a jet like this, all you have to do is subscribe. Click the like button and leave a comment. And then ring the bell so you don't miss my next video. At 1,000 subscribers, we gave this jet away. At 5,000, we're going to give another one. I don't know what it is yet. We'll see when that time comes. So hey, subscribe guys. Happy flying. This wing was damaged, and I bought it for a pretty good deal. Less than half off, and it was new, but box damaged. All right, time for a wing to go swimming. Got hit by a fork of a forklift or something. The wing is pretty much toast. So I asked you guys, hey, what can I do to fix this wing? One right here, and then right through here is where the wing tube goes. It doesn't go that far. And I've stuck the wing tube in and nothing obstructs it. So the wing tube goes in as far as it needs to, and there's no damage. So I'll do another one like right there, and then another one right there. And then I'll just take a hobby knife and I'll basically cut a channel out and try to be the exact same size as this piece here and push it down in there. Flush, if not just a little below flush, with some two-part epoxy. Get a little chewed up in that area. Definitely needs to go a little deeper. Good idea. It goes like that. Our wing here, where we straightened it out with the bathtub, which did about an 80%, I guess, a job for the better. And then we glued in 3 stringers with some thin strips of plastic. We carved out some slots and we put the stringers in there, and then we two-part epoxied them down in there where they're level. Then I took my Dremel tool and I knocked off the high spots of the epoxy, and then I took a little sandpaper and a block and just kind of went back and forth over it all. And now I'm going to experiment with this joint compound for drywall. I hear other people using it. I've never used it for this kind of project, so I've just put some across the spars or reinforcements we put in, and then when it dries, I'm going to run my sanding block over the top of it and just see if it does what it's supposed to do. You know, it's supposed to fill in the low spots. If you ever had any drywall repair on your house, this will go over, you know, all the repairs or all the work that was done, and then this coat gets sanded off and helps make things even. You know, this is similar to a Bondo or fiberglass filler or something on your car. And when you get down to the nitty gritty and you really start looking at this, there's lots of lows and high spots. I believe I knocked off the majority of the high ones. I'm sure there might still be a couple of them. Did that, and then I just grabbed a popsicle stick that I use for stirring the epoxy and stuff, and kind of run across the top of it. And that fills in the lows. I guess I don't need to use a brush. I could probably just put this on there with something else, but why not? You know, it's we're modeling with our model airplanes, with our toys. We're just playing with our toys. So when this dries, I'll bring you guys right back and we'll knock it down with some sandpaper and see what it looks like. I'm gonna get a couple more low spots here, and I'll show you guys the before we sand it. Once you get it in there, it takes a little more than you think when you're smoothing it in. So I'm going to leave it just like that, and then we'll sand it when it dries. Drywall mud has not 1000% dried, but it's dried enough where we can knock it down a little bit. When it's a little soft, it'll come off a little easier. The bigger pieces will come off. So we're gonna do this side first. You see, this is a little lighter color than darker. That's the difference in the dryness. So we're gonna knock the first, I guess we'll call it the first stage down. I just got a little sanding sponge here and some 220 grit sandpaper. You see how you see it, and then you don't see it, and you see the plastic that we glued in, and you see it and you don't see it. That's all the low spots that it filled in. Could probably take another coat, but we're not worried about it. We're going to put a decal over it eventually. This might be a little too soft still. Yep, we'll let those dry up a little bit. All right, let's knock the rest of this stuff down. Not trying to take it all off at all. Just knocking it down, mainly just to see if this drywall mud will work for our hobby. You get a nick and you create yourself a low spot, and it's raining outside, and you want to do something with your planes, but you can't. And you know what? I've got some old drywall mud out there in the shed or the garage or something. Maybe I'll try to fix a dent in my airplane. Last weekend, this thing was stripped down and floating in my bathtub. Now it's getting some body work. Definitely tell there was a bunch of low spots there, huh? Dun, 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 dun. Bam! I got the decals back on. Got the hinge fixed. Not bad, not bad.